So in this video on the leads functionality within Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales, we're going to cover off sales usage reports and specifically sales usage reports relating to leads. Now, this is one in a series we've done specifically on the leads functionality in Dynamics. You can see others in the series in the link below. Also, if you've got suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. So let's go into the system. I'll show you what I mean by sales usage reports. And I'm actually starting off in the back end, which is an area that your administrator would typically control. And you can see within general settings, I've got this area called sales usage reports. And basically I can toggle that on or off. And at the moment, that is enabled. So I've set that up. Now by default, I don't think that generally is enabled. So it's something you do need to turn on if you want to use that capability. Now, it's only going to report on data from when you turn it on, and I think Microsoft say it takes about 3 days to populate the data, and that data, that report is effectively run on a daily basis, so it's not in real time as such. It's also security control, so it's typically for sales manager type security roles and above, so it's not necessarily visible to everybody. Now, let me show what it is in the system itself. So if I come out of the app settings area and just go into sales, you can see here that I've got an area called sales usage reports in the left hand menu. So if I click on that, you can see that actually this is looking at a number of different areas. So I've got opportunity usage reporting, account or organization usage reporting, and contact usage reporting. By default, it's put me into lead usage reporting because that's probably where I was last time I went into this. And just to walk you through what this is showing, I've got a series of filters across the top of the screen here. So the first one is date. So I can give this a range. So I could say last. I've got a number of different metrics I could use. I could say last, it's saying 20 weeks here, but that could be 2 weeks, or I could actually choose the time period that I want to look at. I could select a particular user, I could select a particular manager, I could select a particular business unit, or I could select a particular security role. So I've got some filters to allow me sort of focus in on the data area that I want to look at. Now, in terms of what gets displayed here, I've got sort of 5 little views here, and it's saying to me these are the number of leads created. Now, I have to note this is looking at user created leads, not leads that are created through import or an integration, for example. So these are user created leads. So it's saying we've had 9 created in the period by one user, and that's in an upward trajectory as designated by that green triangle. We've had 80 viewed in the period by one user, we've had 17 updated in the period by one user, we've had 3 deleted by one user, and we've had 85 qualified by one user. And forgive me that it's just one user, this is my sandbox environment that I'm using for the purposes of these videos, so it's just me using it, so the data's not as comprehensive or insightful as it might ideally be, but at least it gives you a flavor of the functionality that's available here. So we've got those little dashlets, if you like, appearing there. Now we've got then another graphical view here, actions performed on leads over time, and we've got different axes, lines on here effectively in terms of created, viewed, updated, deleted. But if I just if I just rest my mouse on one of these lines for the month, I can just see a summary there for that particular month. So in June we had 9 created, 74 viewed, 17 updated, 3 deleted. I can go and have a look at May and get the figures for that as well. So that's actions performed on leads over time. We've got a number of users contributing to actions performed on leads. So it's saying one person's been creating leads, one person's been viewing leads, one person's been updating leads, and one person's been deleting leads. That's me. And then we've got 3 views that are not dissimilar. It's users with the most leads created, and this will show the top 4 users with the most leads updated, again top 4, users with the most leads qualified. And then finally we've got this view in terms of status of leads over time, so we can have a look at, say, May, where we had sort of 40 qualified, 37 open, 50 disqualified during that period. I can see that sort of trend over a period of time. Now, I'm normally a little bit skeptical about some of these sort of out-of-the-box dashboards, but actually I think this is quite useful, and some of the data will be quite difficult to derive through other means. So I think, given the fact it's very easy to switch on and use, I do think it gives you a bit of an insight into the usage patterns around leads within the system. Anyway, hopefully that's been useful just to show the potentials of sales usage reports in terms of looking at your leads usage within the system. As I say, this is one in a series we've done specifically on the leads functionality within Dynamics. You can see links to others in the series below. Also, you can suggested content ideas, or indeed you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.